Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BOE Network. Hope y'all having a good day. So what's this? Well, we got a few reaction videos I'm just going to do. I wouldn't expect these permanently. I was going to do music ones, but then I didn't have interest in doing music ones for all the time. So I found a couple videos I'd like to react to. They'll be uploaded within the next 3 days, because it'll be one today, one tomorrow, and then one next day. And then I'm not fully sure if I'll keep doing them. Probably not, because I have already a channel that's 4 reaction videos. It'll just be, these are for ones that don't fit to that category. Because on that channel I do paranormal and true crime stuff. So here will most likely be video game, movie, music related stuff. So what's the video we're reacting to? Well, all these will be from the channel Watch Mojo, which you should definitely subscribe to. You probably already have. They have a humongous following going right now. I think the subscriber thing is already at 24.2 million subscribers. So yeah, most likely you've already heard of them. You've probably already subscribed to them. They got great stuff going. So I think we need to do a reaction to it. So, you guys ready? Let's go.
I always thought the real testimony to his mystique was the fact that so many people believed maybe he hadn't really died.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 dead people rumored to be alive.
Do you think we'll ever get to see them?
I don't know. That's a call for the White House.
For this list, we're looking at individuals who are rumored to still be among the living despite their confirmed passing. Is there a celebrity conspiracy theory you believe in? Let us know in the comments. Number 20, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was an absolute genius when it came to developing smart technology.
Well, what we're going to do is get rid of all these buttons and just make a giant screen. A giant screen.
Could that mean he was able to outsmart the world and fake his own death? Despite passing away at the age of 56, Steve Jobs sightings began to appear on the internet in the summer of 2019. Die-hard Apple consumers and conspiracy theorists firmly believe that Steve hasn't actually left this world. Instead, they claim he distanced himself from his company because he was unhappy with the direction it was going in. But with Apple making some questionable choices in recent years, we wonder if the real Steve Jobs would have sat idly by if he were still alive.
Yeah, this theory is stupid. No. All of these are going to be stupid. I'm just throwing it out there. But I had to do this one. Just see what theories they have for why this person faked his death. And yeah, this guy has an employee of Apple who is pretty much an empire. Everyone has something related to Apple. Everyone knows something that's connected to Apple, iPhones, yada, yada, yada. And for this guy to, in their mind, be just watching as that business that he started goes down, I can't buy that. So yeah, no, this guy, also, a freaking Apple guy is not going to fake his death. Sorry, just going to be telling it, ain't going to happen.
Number 19, Amy Winehouse.
It's been a very sad scene here, actually. There have been people who clearly are affected by whatever's happened, who've been sitting with their head in their hands in the street. There's a very somber atmosphere here.
Songstress Amy Winehouse passed away in 2011 from alcohol poisoning. But ever since her death, people have been investigating whether it's possible that the singer is still alive. Many fans have claimed that there are too many unanswered questions when it comes to her passing. Some have even gone as far as to taunt Amy's father and try to convince him that she faked her own death. Of course, her dad doesn't believe it.
Do you have regrets about how, Well, I regret that my daughter's passed away. I mean, I suppose that I could have handled certain situations better than I did.
But
No, what? Hold on. So there are people, human beings, who taunted and sent stuff to the father of Amy Winehouse, saying that she fit. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why? What? Why? flabbergasted by this one. This one flabbergasted me. What? What type of fucking idiots are you people?
If she's still alive, where is Amy? The believers claim she's living on an island with other deceased celebrities whose deaths also don't make much sense.
It's just an island of dead people? Is this what this, I want to know where this so-called island is. Where's the island of dead?
That must be one rockin' island.
Is that the Walking Dead? Does that just happen to be where the island is?
Number 18, Paul Walker. There's no question that actor Paul Walker's abrupt death shocked fans around the world.
Yeah, it shocked me, the fucking shit.
On November 30th, 2013, Paul was on his way to a charity event with his friend Roger Radas. They lost control of their vehicle, a Carrera GT, and crashed it into several trees.
That Porsche is one of the most powerful vehicles on the road in North America. Even the manufacturer reportedly warned dealers it was built as close to a race car as the company would ever go.
The footage of the crash soon led many to develop conspiracy theories about what really happened. Some suggested that as the car was in flames, a figure can be seen standing up. Many also claim they were wearing fire-resistant suits. Additionally, there's speculation that the license plate found at the crash site wasn't the plate belonging to the real car.
What was the last thing you heard Paul say?
I'll be right back. That was the last thing Paul said, is right before they exited the driveway, he looked at some of the guys with the Ferraris and everything else. He goes, hey, I'll be right back in 5 minutes. That was the last words I heard.
Okay, fuck off. Let's dig into that. Okay, so I have seen the footage that people are talking about where if you watch, you can see a figure get up. However, I have to believe that's something to do with the camera, because no way Paul Walker could get up and just walk away and not a fucking soul notice. There was no way that could happen. No fucking way. So no, that did not. No. And then the flame retardant suit and the thing. No. They're not suits. And then the license plate thing I have never heard of in my life, so that's a new one for me.
Number 17, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was a martial arts legend who passed away in 1973 after suffering from a fatal reaction to a prescription painkiller.
His death leaves the whole of Hong Kong in shock.
One day, he was alive and well, and he was being Bruce Lee, and he was on the verge of achieving everything he'd ever dreamed of. And the next, he just was gone.
But many fans raised their eyebrows after his death. This is due to the fact that Bruce was considered to be extremely healthy throughout his life. In fact, his physical health was deemed to be superior, making the event so shocking to most people, and the main reason why many assume he hasn't left this world just yet.
There's absolutely positively something a little shady about the way that it all went down.
How he could, pass away at that age,
That probably just has something to do with the fact that prescription pill, whatever painkiller he was given, was just fucking shit. Because for you to die from a painkiller being extremely healthy, you have to be... The painkiller has to have something wrong with it. So, I don't know what painkiller he was given. I don't know if it's even existent now. I'm just saying whatever painkiller should not have been given to nobody else. If that's what it causes to someone. Do I believe he faked his death? No. I'm probably going to say it to all of these, if you haven't figured it out yet. But my thing with this one is, he would have no real reason to. He would enjoy, because he was doing stuff he loved to do. So why would he just randomly take his own life? That doesn't make, not take his own life, fake his death. That doesn't make any sense. He was enjoying it and he didn't have no issues with it.
But it does happen, so I learned to cope with it and deal with it. But it always puzzled me.
Instead, they believe it was simply Hollywood he wanted to leave behind. Number 16, John McAfee. Who can forget the McAfee didn't kill himself hashtag that went viral around the world in 2021?
My wife is is sort of put out because I'm up and down all night long looking out windows and things. I mean, people do think I'm paranoid, and perhaps that's a paranoid act.
John McAfee was reported to have died in his prison cell just hours after his extradition to the United States was approved. However, it's John's own tweets a year prior that have people wondering whether his passing is real. In October 2020, the computer programmer/businessman tweeted that he was content and that if he dies like Jeffrey Epstein, it'll be no fault of his own. And just a few hours after his passing, McAfee's official Instagram account posted an image with the letter Q. For many, all this is enough evidence to suggest that John is still somewhere out there.
No, he didn't. No, if that's the case, he didn't fake his death. He got fucking murdered. That is a possibility. If he was somewhere and supposed to go to the U.S. and didn't make it to the U.S. because somehow he ended up dead, there is a possibility someone killed his ass. That is a possibility. Probably no evidence of it, but I'm just saying that is a possibility. Do I think he faked his death? No. Do I believe he probably got whacked, as he labeled it? Sure.
But he's a fighter. He's always a fighter, and anybody that knows John, that knows him even a little bit, knows that about him. He would never quit this way.
Number 15, JonBent Ramsey.
I hate this one. This one's so stupid. I'm not even going to give this acknowledgement afterwards. I'm not going to pause it afterwards to describe it. This one, I'll just tell you, is overwhelmingly stupid. This woman got innocently murdered back in the day, and now we're going to try to come up with a conspiracy theory for it. There was literally no reason for a conspiracy theory. Just, again, stop with this one. This one's stupid. End of story.
Now this is just cuckoo. JonBent Ramsey was a 6-year-old beauty pageant contestant who mysteriously died the day after Christmas in 1996.
The murder and the mystery around it is capturing worldwide attention. Reporters from Australia are in vogue. British newspapers and television are carrying the story, and the tabloids will too in their next editions. In yet another unusual twist in this unusual and tragic case.
However, conspiracists believe that JonBent is actually still with us. In fact, a group of individuals have compiled evidence that suggests JonBent is actually, wait for it, Katy Perry.
That's the bizarre conspiracy theory floating around the internet after this 2014 video resurfaced online. In the 7-minute-long clip, an unseen man named Dave Johnson makes a string of claims linking the pop star with JonBent.
By comparing their eyebrows and physical resemblance, they came to the conclusion that the two are indeed the same person. The theory suggests that JonBent was in hiding until she became a successful pop star. It's all very odd for many reasons, including the fact that JonBent and Katy weren't even born in the same year. Number 14, Juice WRLD. When rapper, singer, and songwriter Juice WRLD died abruptly in 2019, it took everyone by surprise. And like many others, his passing fueled plenty of conspiracy theories.
So many questions as to how a seemingly healthy 21-year-old could die so unexpectedly.
The biggest evidence that Juice WRLD might still be alive is a tweet he made in 2017. Juice wrote, quote, "My goal is to get overly famous, shine for a couple years, then fake my death. It's pretty much what happened, right?" Juice's fans have even shared their own theories on TikTok, with some pointing out the lyrics in his song Legends. Here, the singer says he won't reach the 27 club because he isn't making it past 21.
What's the 27 club? We ain't making it past 21.
Juice WRLD was exactly 21 years old when he passed away. Number 13.
Again, so this is another one where he's not faked his death. He might have gone murdered though. That is still that one is back upable. This person's not faked his death. This one is he just probably got murdered. The other one, I have no idea what to think about. He probably still died of the way he did, but god dang, there's a lot of ones to back up that one.
Kurt Cobain. On April 8, 1994, Kurt Cobain was found unresponsive in his home. The cause of death was revealed to be self-inflicted. One of the most prominent fan theories is that the musician was planning on leaving Courtney Love.
Why do you think that everyone thinks you're the good one and I'm the bad one?
Because I know how to use my illusion.
They say that she wasn't happy with that decision, and he therefore had to fake his death to get away from her. Many state that they have seen the long blonde-haired guitarist in several places over the years. Fans also believe that the note he left behind was meant for his band, pushing them to take on solo music careers.
What was that? Bob, what? Boys, can I get one shot on that, please?
Number 12, Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, I already gave my opinion on that one. Never mind.
Jeffrey Epstein notoriously died in his prison cell in August of 2019.
It's a federal prison, notoriously underfunded, something of a hellhole. And it's revealed that the guards were sleeping, the cameras weren't working. Everything that could go wrong went wrong.
His death immediately sparked wild conspiracy theories due to the fact that he was an influential persona with plenty of famous connections.
Trump shared a tweet and a video that claimed without any evidence that former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton were responsible for Epstein's death. Really? Really? That's your theory?
Some have even reportedly spotted Epstein in New Mexico and believe that he's plotting to seed the human race with his DNA. UFO expert Richard Lawrence even claims that he had great cosmic intelligence and was actually an alien.
Well, they ruined this whole entire theory. They just made this one stupid. Never mind. Move next.
And 2 weeks before Jeffrey was found dead, he revealed to his psychologist that he's too much of a coward to ever end his own life. Number 11, Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden.
I think we all fucking hope not for this one.
Laden was the man behind the infamous September 11th, 2001 attacks that claimed the lives of more than 2,500 people. Bin Laden's life ended in May of 2011 when 23 Navy SEALs raided his hideout. However, many are suspicious of the fact that it took 40 minutes to find Osama and kill him.
If you want to believe that can go in and out and evade any radar, you're in fairyland, you're in Lewis Carroll land, Alice in Wonderland, whatever. The only reason they could even plan the mission with as little forces that...
Did it ever cross people's mind that there might be people here having a gun battle with these freaking guys, and that's the reason it takes so long? You think a man like that had a hideout just sitting in a room? You think he just sat in a room the entire time? What did you... The guy's dead, just leave it at that.
they had, because they knew there would be no opposition.
People also raised their eyebrows at the decision to bury the terrorist leader at sea and not release any photos of his body.
He was buried at sea according to Muslim tradition. There was a Muslim seaman who was there, and they wrapped him and said the prayers according to what is part of the Islamic tradition, the idea being not to inflame the Muslim world.
So where is he then? Well, some claim that he's a CIA asset. Right. Number 10.
Dumbass.
John Lennon. In 1980, legendary singer John Lennon was assassinated just outside of his home by an obsessed fan.
Witnesses told police Lennon was shot near the door to...
This was not a fit. Again, this is another one that shouldn't be on this list because the person's not alive. Actually, what happened here was tragic, kind of, to be honest.
His apartment building as he and Yoko Ono returned from a recording studio.
Since the fateful day, many can't let it go and are convinced that the former Beatle is still alive. There's even evidence Lennon is still here in the form of Mark Stacer, a rather convincing John Lennon lookalike. Stacer has the same accent as John and looks very similar. He even got to play Lennon in a 2009 documentary titled Let Him Be. If you fall into the Mark Stacer YouTube rabbit hole, then you'll see some of the commenters just can't shake the idea that this is actually John Lennon himself playing his own double. Number 9. Marilyn Monroe. In August 1962, the world was saddened by the news that Marilyn Monroe passed away from a suspected overdose.
The verdict seemed plausible. Hollywood's most glamorous star was known as a party girl and a drug user.
I buy that she could have done that by the overdose, so...
But right from the start, the verdict has been questioned.
This sparked numerous conspiracy theories, not to mention an alleged sighting. A man by the name of John Baker claims that Marilyn's death was a hoax, and that he would know because he met her 22 years after her passing. John states that Monroe was admitted into a mental institution and forced to leave after her money ran out.
Her death was staged. Her psychiatrist, Dr. Greenson, had her committed to a mental institution in New Brunswick, Canada, because of all of the threats on her life and the complete mental breakdown she was suffering from all of this turmoil.
He says he met her in 1984 as she was hitchhiking to Halifax, Nova Scotia in Canada. After he told her his last name was Baker, she revealed her name was Norma Jean Baker, also known as Marilyn Monroe. Number 8.
I think this guy just happens to have had a delusion, and this one is just not true.
Andy Kaufman. Actor, comedian Andy Kaufman died in 1984, the same year he announced he had lung cancer. Many years later, his brother Michael appeared at an award show in Andy's honor. It was here that Michael claimed to have received a letter from his brother in 1999 through a set of strange circumstances. In a bombshell moment, he then introduced a woman to the stage who was supposedly Andy's daughter.
And the 24-year-old woman supposedly took the stage and talked briefly about Kaufman, the man she claims is her father. She said he never told the family he was a famous comedian, and she had to look him up on YouTube to learn more. So, did Michael Kaufman reveal the greatest hoax?
Michael stated that the woman knew far too many secrets about the Kaufman brothers to be a fake, including their secret handshake. However, in 2013, Andy's sibling accepted that he may have been part of a rather elaborate hoax.
So just to reiterate, you now don't think that it's true? You think that this is a hoax and you were a victim of the hoax?
Correct.
Number 7, John F. Kennedy Jr. This theory is a favorite among the conspiracy group QAnon. While JFK Jr. died in 1999, conspiracy theorists were more than convinced that he would come back in 2020 and support Trump as his running mate.
Some of these bananas were saying John F. Kennedy Sr. was going to show up too, which JFK was born in 1917. Even if he was alive, he'd be 104 years old. Why not bring back Abraham Lincoln, too, while we're at it?
In 2021, they took this theory further and held a small gathering in Dallas where JFK Jr. was expected to make an appearance.
I tell you that this wasn't a joke to these folks.
Wow, okay, hold on, okay. This one's actually kind of funny to me. So these people convinced themselves John F. Kennedy Jr. was still alive and was just support Trump. They convinced themselves so much that he was still alive that they held a gathering at his office and they waited, Jerry, for John F. Kennedy Jr. to make his appearance for them. Well, yet realizing the guy's dead.
And they earnestly believed it. I mean, some of them did have shirts made up for the occasion. This one says, Trump Kennedy, keep the world great. This one says, Trump JFK Jr., 2024.
The same group also believes that a man called Vincent Fusca is actually JFK Jr. in disguise. They claim that John is in hiding and is
Get over yourselves, group people, please.
Is now working as a financial services manager. Number 6, Prince Philip. While the majority of England mourned the death of Prince Philip in 2021, conspiracy theorists were quick to claim it to be another hoax, while others say that he already died.
Prince Philip, serviceman, campaigner.
Okay, dissect, hold on. This guy is 99 years old. He can't fake his death. He's probably already close to death. He could fake his death, then die the next day after faking it. This guy, stop, spare yourselves.
Great-grandfather and a beloved husband.
Prince Philip theories first appeared in 2017 after the Queen held an emergency meeting, leading many to believe Philip passed away. This was not the case. Since then, the rumors of his passing became fairly prominent year after year. Some have even stated that Prince Philip has more lives than a cat. But it's Philip's determination to hold on that seems to be the reason why so many others doubt his official passing. People also think he's in a cryogenic tank and is waiting for his defrosting. Number 5, Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison.
This one I will give credit. This one's really fucking weird.
One of the most important singers
There is stuff that could make me believe this one.
of his era is dead at 27.
Jim Morrison passed away in 1971. However, because there was no official autopsy performed, people had a lot to say about his passing. Some even state that he may have paid a doctor to forge his death certificate. In 2009, reports stated that Jim had been found alive and was living as a homeless hippie. In 2019, he was allegedly spotted riding a bike and even waved at the cameraman. In between those years, hundreds of people have supposedly seen the person they think is Jim. It all goes back to the lack of autopsy, as this is the main evidence people hang on to when arguing his death.
He's dead. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I agree that he's probably dead, so Vince. However, the fact that there was no autopsy, the fact that I think if I remember correctly, no one really saw his body except for the people who apparently found him. I think if I remember, I once heard that. If that's all true, then yeah, that's very goddamn suspicious. Again, he's probably dead, but that one is suspicious.
Number 4, Tupac Shakur. This is by far one of the most popular conspiracy theories to date. Rapper Tupac Shakur passed away in 1996. However, to this day, people are still convinced he's alive and well. The reason? Those who allegedly killed him were never found.
The biggest misconception on this case was that it was Suge Knight being involved. Not the case.
His friend Suge, who was in the car that night, also believes he's not dead. In a TMZ interview, Suge said that, quote, if he was dead, they'd be arresting those dudes for murder. You know he's somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar on an island. Fans are also suspicious of the number of Tupac albums that have been released posthumously. In fact, 7 of his 11 albums have been released after his passing.
Supposed evidence here.
That is weird. I will say that. That is weird.
Includes his 7 posthumous records, a supposedly fake autopsy photo, and his mother's choice of words when she told the world that her son Tupac, quote, chose to leave quietly.
Number 3, Princess Diana. When Princess Diana's life tragically ended in 1997, the entire world mourned the loss of their favorite royal figure.
For many, the idea that she could have been killed in an accident seemed impossible. Immediately, rumors began to grow that there had to be more to it. There had to be a conspiracy.
Her death was also the subject of several conspiracy theories. While some believe she was killed by her own people, others claim she faked her death to escape the royal family and finally live in peace. According to these individuals, she lives on a small tropical island with lover Dodi Al-Fayed, where they are very happy. Safe to say, many wish for Diana to truly be alive and happy, surrounded by the people she loves the most.
I lead from the heart, not the head. And albeit that's got me into trouble in my work, I understand that. But someone's got to go out there and love people and show it.
Number 2, Michael Jackson.
Did anybody witness what happened? No, just the doctor, sir. The doctor's been the only one here.
When the king of pop, Michael Jackson, died in 2009, the news left his fans completely heartbroken.
He's dead, and I'm stunned. Really, I'm stunned. I'm hurt. I grew up with Beat It and Thriller and Pretty Young Thing.
However, people were quick to point out some inconsistencies surrounding his death. Some claim to have seen him coming out of the coroner van on the day of his passing. In fact, singer Akon and producer Teddy Riley have both reportedly shared that they think the superstar is still alive today. Over the years, MJ has been supposedly spotted everywhere, including in the back of his daughter's car. Jackson lookalikes have popped up around the world, and many people are convinced that one of them is actually him. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley.
This one's more funny because I'm pretty sure even if this did happen, I'm pretty sure he'd still be dead. By now, at least.
Passed away in 1977, and immediately people started to question the legitimacy of his death after pictures of the rocker in his casket looked nothing like him. This was the conspiracy theorists' main evidence that a body double was used. Elvis's gravestone also misspelled his official middle name, which is Aaron with a single A. Some people believe that Elvis wanted to retire, and the only way to do that was to fake his death.
And of course, there have been tabloid.
No, you just say you're done singing. What? How do you... What? Huh? Am I missed something in 1970s where you just couldn't retire unless you died? What?
Sightings of Presley as well. Most of those are quite humorous to everyone except those who were closest to Elvis Presley.
The king of rock and roll has been spotted all over the world. There's even an alleged sighting in the 1990 film Home Alone. Now, that's something to scream about. Do you agree with our...
Well, that is it. I gotta put that back. That is it for this reaction video, everybody. I don't really know what to say here. I think this goes off to a more major problem, which is just the fact people need to not letting go when a celebrity they love dies. So they cling to something. They go for something that just lets them say he's not dead. So that belief is there, so they don't grieve. And while that works for some, it can't go on. You can't keep doing it. You gotta stop at some point, because you gotta accept the fact that with some, even if he was, some of them would even be dead, are just dead. They died. That's it. That's the end of the story. You gotta accept it. But that concludes this reaction video. Again, thank you all for watching. Hit the like button. Comment what you think down below. Are there any of these that you believe? Let me know in the comments. And, yeah, subscribe to the channel. Alrighty. See you later.